Hello Yonly family, welcome back to the channel. So this video is a life update video, basically story time. I'm just gonna get you guys up on everything that have happened before now. So I know the last video we made on this channel that I posted on this channel was about a few months ago when I made the rice bread, the banana bread slash rice bread. That was the last video I made. I know we started the channel and then we took a really long break after that. That is because we had so much going on and I wanted to vlog it, I wanted to post it, but I couldn't. So I decided to tell you guys a little bit of what happened. We moved in the house. At the time it was only 3 people, but now there's 5 of us. So the space got smaller, and then I started my business and then he started his. So yeah, the place got really small for us and it was time to go. So in 2019 when I was pregnant, we decided that's something we talked about. So we were gradually looking at getting the house ready for sale, preparing the house for sale, and also that's when we went back to our real estate guy, the one who sold the house to us. We called him, we had a meeting with him, we sat down and said, okay, we are ready, or we want to put our house on the market and sell it, but we also want to move. At that time, back in 2019, we were planning on moving to Atlanta, Georgia. So I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. I have a lot of family in Atlanta, Georgia. I went to elementary, middle school, high school in Atlanta, Georgia. I have so many families there. So we wanted to move back there, but we did some research with like our jobs and stuff. We realized the pay that we're getting here is way more than what we will get if we end up moving to Atlanta. Do not buy the house because it's close to your job, or do not buy the house because your job is paying you a certain amount, because that can change. And so we learned that. So this process, when we were trying to purchase our new home, we weren't thinking about our jobs, we weren't thinking about anything except the kids' school and like a decent neighborhood, a nice house and stuff like that. That's the things that we're looking for. Finished basement, open basement, finished or open basement, attached garage, a 3 or 4 bedroom. That's what we're looking for. Selling our home and buying a new one. We also was planning our court wedding, and then we also planned the Chisel magazine annual fashion show. So if you follow me, or if you've been following me, you know that we annually every year host Chisel magazine Chisel magazine fashion week. I'm so used to saying second because we literally just had the second, and that word second annual been in my mouth, in my mind for a while now. So we had the first show in 2019, and then 2020, because of the COVID pandemic, so we end up canceling the show, but we did have the show this year. Everything, like the selling of our house, the buying of our new one, our court wedding, fashion show, everything fell on the same weekend, and it was crazy. I didn't put Star Myers or Angel birthday on YouTube. Like I totally forgot, because the process of the selling of our house was starting up and it was getting to me. It was getting to me, and then the space was getting smaller because I kept having more product come in for my online store. I have an online store where I sell handbags, shoes, a little bit of clothing. So I had more stuff coming in and the space was getting smaller and smaller. So things just went south to where I stopped doing YouTube. I stopped recording videos because I didn't have time anymore. So yeah, so as the time went by, as the year went by, we started prepping and preparing for the fashion show. That because we had canceled it last year, so I was like, we cannot cancel it again. So we just gotta take precaution, listen to the news, and see how best we can protect ourselves and our audience that's gonna attend the event and accomplish two things in one. That's exactly what I did. Like I put basically, because the fashion show was happening June 26th, yeah, June 26th, Saturday is when the fashion show happened. So I was like, okay, since the fashion show is happening, we can also put the court wedding on that same weekend. Y'all, I mean, now I am over here telling you guys about this. I'm talking about it. I'm calm, but I wasn't calm when it was actually happening, because that was crazy to put two important things on the same weekend. Yeah, that's what I did. We have to sell our house before we can buy the new one, because the money that we're gonna make from the sale of our home is what we used some of it to put towards the new one. So we cannot just go and buy a new house while our other house is still there. Who's gonna be paying the bills? So we had to wait. So when our real estate guy put the house on the market, when he listed it, we had, before that, we had to clean, we had to repaint. We spent over $3,000 to repaint the house. Basically just fix little things that was broken here and there in the house. Over $3K is what we spent to get the house prepared for sale. The handy guy that we were working with, y'all, I don't know what it was. Maybe because we were neighbors, but the guy literally thought that he was doing us a favor, because when he would come really late, because I work during the day. Like, so he would come really late, like around 11 p.m. to start working on the house, like to get the house prepared for sale. That was pretty annoying, because he would come, he would work about 30 minutes and then leave. So he was literally dragging out the process of putting the house on the market. Like we waited. 2 weeks later, the house was still, the house wasn't painted. Like he painted some of it. He took literally a whole week to paint upstairs and fix the bathroom, and then he took another whole week to come downstairs, and he didn't even finish it. So we got really frustrated with the whole situation, and the fact that he was taking so long and we were paying him. It wasn't free. But then he started saying stuff like, oh, you know, we're neighbors, so I was trying to do you a favor. First of all, we weren't looking for a favor. We wanted the job done so we can move on. But I don't know what was communicated between him and my husband. To him, he was doing us a favor. To my husband, that was not a favor, because we were paying the price that he called. So basically, he gave us a price. He gave us a favor price, unknown to us. So when we had confronted him about taking too long, he said he was doing us a favor. So we fired him. Like we fired him, and we didn't pay him the rest of the money. We ended up calling a handy company to get the job done. So yeah, and they got the job done in less than 2 days, and it took him like 2 weeks. Yeah, like we weren't playing that. We had to go, and we had to go. The house had to get on sale, and that's exactly what we did. So they finished it up. And one thing oh my gosh, yeah, it's so important to find the right handy person or company. um I'm not gonna say the real estate guy that we're working with, but I felt like he didn't really do a good job because we weren't supposed to be the one uh looking for a handy person to fix stuff. Like our real estate person is supposed to recommend someone, but we didn't know, and the real estate guy was too relaxed, too friendly, too relaxed, because we've been knowing him since 2017. So, and he came around a lot, so we saw him as like a friend. Like for us, whenever people come around us, we're open. Like we are very friendly people. So sometimes people try to take advantage of that, but I think that's what happened. So um he ended up letting us do all of the work of finding people to fix stuff and all of that stuff. So the same real estate guy was supposed to sell and then buy a new house for us. But the fact that he didn't understand that what we wanted was not what he was looking for, because we did make it clear. We said we want a finished basement or an open basement that can be finished, 3 or 4 bedroom and attached garage in a decent neighborhood. The guy kept looking for stuff, houses that we didn't want, and the house that we live in the house that we had then looked way better than what he was looking for. Like he's really old, and he kept saying, oh, this is nice, this is nice. That's not what we wanted. So I literally had to talk to my husband and be like, okay, we got to let this guy just focus on selling, and then we can find somebody else to buy. Like I was literally about to go find a whole new real estate person to buy us a house. But because he works in the same company, they have more realtors there. So he said, okay, since we're not getting along, I mean, this is what I want. I cannot allow you find something that I don't want and then buy it. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. So he ended up finding somebody else within the same company, which is Amber, and she ended up doing everything smoothly that we wanted. Out of the 10, only 3 put in an offer, and out of the 3, whoever put the highest bid the highest, got the house. So the family who put the highest bid in got the house. Same for us. So the moment we got an offer on our old home, and then we got really serious with finding our new home. So that's how it was. So when they put in an offer, and then we put in an offer on our own. So we were supposed to close the same day. So the thing that really stressed me out about this entire home buying process was, okay, they said June 25th is when we were gonna close, Friday. And then that same weekend was supposed to be our court wedding and the fashion show. So now we have to move. We have to do court wedding. We have to do fashion show. Same weekend. That was so crazy. Like, it was stressing me out. And then the part that got me real stressed out, when they changed the closing date. That inconvenienced us so badly, because we had so many family that came from out of town for our court wedding stuff and the fashion show. So now we had to bring stuff back into the old house, air beds. There was no AC. AC was there, but then the AC broke like the same week that the whole event was supposed to be happening, moving, court wedding, fashion show. The AC broke. Like, so much stuff was happening. I felt like every frustration that we felt was worth it, because yeah, that was too much. So the AC broke in the old home. We had to like wait 2 days for it to get fixed. We had to bring the air bed back in. We had to leave them, like, the mattress that we had there and the bed there. Yeah, there was so much going on. The house wasn't supposed to be used again because it was supposed to be closed for a new family, but because they changed our closing date from June 25th to July, because apparently the person who put in the offer for our old home appraisal didn't come back on time. Appraisal is when the state tells you, okay, you listed this house too low. For example, if you list the house too low, the state gonna tell you, okay, the house is worth more than that. Or if you list the house too high, they're still gonna tell you, okay, this is too high, the house is worth this. So their appraisal didn't come back on time. After our court wedding, after the fashion show, all of that stuff, before the lady came to the house to check the house out to do appraisal. Crazy, right? And then the house that we put in offer on, we already did our appraisal, like we were on time and everything. It was just the person who was buying our house that took a decade to get it done, and it was so frustrating. It was so annoying. Yo, I just wanted to cancel everything, but that's not how it works. Like, I can cancel everything because that's something I've already planned. My husband did say, do not put court wedding with the fashion show. I said, babe, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Everything's gonna be okay. But then when the time came now, I was losing it. Like, I was so stressed. And he couldn't say I told you so, because I mean, he had already told me. So what he did was he just went along with everything and we got through it. Yeah, everything happened for a reason, y'all, because honestly, when we moved in the new house, we had so much work to do. The family that was here didn't take all of their stuff out, so we had to like clean. The house that we were, our old house was already clean. Like, we already paid $3K to get it clean and all empty. Like, the house was empty. So now after the court wedding stuff and the fashion show stuff, we had to clean again. That's the part that was bugging me, because I've already cleaned, everything was empty, and then I have to bring it back in and then take it back out. Yeah, that was too much. So yeah, that's what happened. We got through it all. We got through the court wedding stuff. Yo, I kept changing the time. We literally got married outside of the courthouse, in front of the courthouse, and it was raining. And so in Liberia, the older folks say that if it's raining on your wedding day, it's good luck. I'm like, how is that good luck? It's raining, but my husband auntie was like, oh, that's good luck. But then the rain stopped, and then we went ahead. The judge that we worked with was so patient. Like, I kept changing the time. We were supposed to meet at the courthouse at 9 a.m. in the morning, and y'all, we didn't sleep after the on Friday night. We had a welcome party for the fashion show. I didn't make my own welcome party. I had a few of my friends that was upset at me, but I had family that I had to pick up from the airport, family that was coming in. Y'all, it was too much, but everything worked out for the best. I didn't show up to my own welcome party. At around 11-12 p.m. I was still 11-12 a.m. I was still picking up people from the airport. Crazy. So I didn't really get to sleep. And then on Saturday we wake up. Yeah, when we wake up, I had to call the judge again and said, can we do this at 11 or 12? And he is so patient. Okay, like, I'm so glad I picked him. I recommended a judge, but then something said no, choose this judge. And then I chose Mr. Scott, that's his name. I chose him. I called him. He said, if I have to come to you guys, you'll pay me if you guys come to the courthouse, and it's free. So I mean, we wanted to have it done in our backyard, but with all of the inconveniences that happened, we had to do it at the courthouse, outside of the courthouse, because the courthouse opened Monday to Friday, and we had our court wedding on a Saturday in front of the courthouse, outside in front of the door. There are some pictures over here, but yeah. So I just wanted to update you guys on everything that happened. So with all of that was happening, I had to take a break from my online store. I've literally stopped doing my business since we started cleaning the house, our old house, for sale. That was since May. Yeah, so from May to August, we're in August. I didn't order my new products because I didn't want it to go to the old address and then I have to go get it. So I just decided not to do anything with the store or purchase new stuff until now. So I finally put in the order for my online store and it's coming very soon. Yukon J babes, I'm so excited for that. So finally, I feel like everything is back to normal. Everything is way better. Everything is way better. What I wanted was to be in a bigger space, to be able to do YouTube, do my business, create contents. My kids have their own space. We have our own space for what we do. And the house that we got now is the perfect size for that. Each year we have a fashion show. So this way we can host our family and our close friends who are coming to support us. So yeah, everything worked out for the best. And I felt like I learned a lesson throughout this whole process. I really wanted my family to come and see my new house, stay in my new house, but then God was like, no, sweetheart, this is where you are now. And if they cannot accept where you are now, love you where you at now, appreciate you where you are, celebrate you where you at now, then they don't deserve to go to the next level with you. That's what I learned. So I'm so grateful to everybody who came, my family, my friends that came to celebrate with us. Where we had it didn't matter to the people who cared and love us, and that meant so much to me. And then I remember calling my cousin Alice that week, telling her how my entire place is inconvenience, and she was like, girl, I think having the empty house to have the stuff your core wedding celebration and it's a good thing. So after you finish doing all of that fashion show, core wedding stuff, you can take your time and move into your new house, relax, decorate, and do whatever you want. Like, she really talked to me because I was losing it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not happening. Why they keep changing the time? And then, you know, so everything worked out for the best, and I'm so grateful that it did. Sometimes we want to rush God, but then he said, no, this is my plan for you. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to make sure it's right and make sure this is what you deserve and this is what you're going to get. So I'm just grateful that even though I wanted it done a certain way, but it got done another way, the better way. So I'm grateful for that. So after the fashion show, after the core wedding, everything, then they told us that the closing day will be the changes from the 10th to the 16th of July, because apparently the appraisal wasn't still done. Like, everybody who was involved with the whole house sell to buy process was so frustrated. All of the real estate agents, our loan officer, us, we were so sick and tired of the whole process, and we were ready for it to be done. So they told us the 16th, and then they told us, what, 4 days before, and tell us that we're moving the 12th. So now I have 4 days to clear out the house again. I have 4 days to get a U-Haul truck to put everything in. Yeah, 4 days, and it was just nuts. It was nuts, but we did it. Shout out to all my family and friends, people who help us out, people who help in any way, shape, or form that you help us out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't have to call your name, you know yourself. Thank you guys so much for helping us out. But yeah, so far so good. That's everything that have happened. So we closed on our new house on the 12th. We sold our old house, first home. That house, y'all, I learned so much from that house. Um, One thing I can say is first time home buyers is so important to know about the home buying process. Like, do your research, because we didn't. We were just ready to be a homeowner. We were so excited. It didn't matter the neighborhood we were in. It didn't matter the size of the house. All we know was we are a homeowner. We were excited. Outside of the house looked nice. Inside of the house looked nicer. The master bedroom had like jacuzzi. It was a 3-bedroom house, 2 up, a bathroom up, 1 bedroom down with a jacuzzi with its own bathroom, a half bathroom. So it was 2.5 bathroom in the house. It was really nice inside. So we were just excited. We were proud of, I'm still proud, we're still proud of our beginning, our humble beginnings, because that's where we started from. Once you purchase a home, is so the first time you purchase a home, for most people, they give you small loan depending on your credit score. So my husband ended up getting the first house by himself with his credit score, so we got like a small loan. So the loan that we got wasn't much, but we lived there since 2017 all the way to 2021. So we sold the house, we paid the bank back what we borrowed or what we owed on the house, and then the rest of it belonged to us. I can't tell you guys how much. I cannot tell you guys the sale of the house, but we did use some to put on this new house. So yeah, that was the process was very humbling, because the whole process was humbling. I tell myself, if we got through all of that chaos, moving days being changed, court wedding on the same Saturday, and then another amazing thing that I did, another thing that I did that I'm grateful that I did it, was I got someone, Courtney, her name is Courtney Perry. She's a event organizer in Iowa here. If you're looking for a event planner, she's a girl. She is gonna do everything that you want her to do, as long as you pay her fees. So Courtney is a friend of mine. I met her through Purdy. I call her my glam mom. My glam mom. She's someone who I met from my first fashion show. She sponsored my event with her makeup, and me and her became so close. And then she introduced me to a few other people within Des Moines, which I'm so grateful for. She introduced me to Courtney, and when I met Courtney don't even know me, but she was willing to help me with my event. She was willing to be a photographer that weekend. She was willing to do so many things. She gave me some tips and tricks on planning an event, organizing an event. She let me know about the models forms, where they gave us copyright forms, the photographer forms, the basically getting my EIN for it's because of her I was able to obtain my EIN for my magazine. And yeah, so she taught me so much. So I was like, okay, this is someone who was willing to help me right off the jump, even though I didn't know her that well, and she does plan events, so why not? So I called her. She was very, very excited to work with me. We had a few Zoom meetings. She gave me her price, I paid her, and she did extremely well with the event. The fashion show video is on GNZ TV. That's my magazine YouTube channel. You can go watch the video there. She organized it. We had meetings. Everything went so smoothly. The event started at 4 p.m. and the event ended at 9 p.m. a fashion show. And we had 7 designers. We ended up with six designers. One did not show up. We had over 30 models from the beginning. The event, we had over 25 models. So you know, things happen, life happens. So the event was so amazing. Yeah, so Courtney did her thing, and I'm so grateful that I decided to work with her, because I wasn't worried about the fashion show at all. I was mostly worried about my home situation, my living situation, and my court wedding, my family, where they're gonna sleep, where they're gonna stay, how they're gonna eat, how we're gonna do the court wedding celebration, all of that stuff. That's what was like on my mind, and that's what was really bugging me. um but the fashion show was all taken care of by Courtney, and she did an amazing job with the show. Everybody was just, and then one thing one thing that she did that I thought was so funny was, so that weekend, that Saturday, she went in the dressing room to the ladies. We had the fashion show at Grandview University. She went to the dressing room and said, "Ladies, Lydia went downtown to." She said Lydia went downtown to get married. She'll be right back. So I need you to be on your game. You need to do this, do that. So when I came back at 12, no, 1 p.m. I came back to the venue. She was like, and everybody was like, "Congratulations." And I was like, "Hold up, like I didn't tell anybody I was getting married." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, I had told them that you went to downtown to get married." I'm like, "Oh." So now everybody knew that we got married that same day, but that wasn't something that was public. That was something that was private. Only our family and close friends and my bridesmaids knew, and his groomsmen. So that was so hilarious, and now everybody knew that we got married. And then at the end of the event, during the event, they mentioned that we got married, and then at the end of the event they mentioned it again. So now it was public. So I was like, okay, it was supposed to be private because that's a court wedding. But then Carlos is a photographer in Iowa. He is one of the nice pictures, captured the moment. I posted on Facebook. Yes. So but yeah, that's what happened. And whew, so after we got the whole court wedding out of the way, and then we jumped straight, a few hours later we jumped right into the fashion show, running back and forth trying to make sure, you know, everything was intact. But Courtney had that handle, so I wasn't even worried. But the only thing was, the person who I ordered my dress with, the fashion designer, didn't show up, and so that means my dress did not come. So now I had to improvise. And I remember that I had sew a dress, that I had ordered a dress with Belange Handmade. She's a fashion designer. She used to live in Iowa here, but she moved to California. So I was like, okay, hold up, I sew a dress. I ordered a dress with her when I was pregnant back in 2019, but I never wore the dress. So I was like, okay, hopefully it fits me. I mean, it fits me. I look like I was pregnant, y'all. But the dress was so beautiful, because I was pregnant when I got the dress, and then when I put the dress on, like, it fits my belly perfectly. It looked like I was pregnant. It looked like I didn't even do no workout, no nothing. I was like, oh boy. But the dress was so beautiful. I had PG Fix did my makeup and my hair. Yeah, I was just on fleek that entire. We did accomplish the goal within the time frame that we set it for. We always, that's everything that I had, everything that happened since we last posted. So I just wanted to update you guys on that. Alrighty, y'all, so I'll be back with more video. The next video I'm gonna post will be a decor haul, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, so whenever we post on this channel you can get a notice that we posted, and you can never ever miss another video from us. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.